Okay,
Now we're live.
now we're back with the right beginning. Sorry. Oh my God. It's going to take some
You did
time
a
now.
Bridget.
I was so pissed at myself. I'm like, I saw it and I thought I deleted it because it was supposed to be last night. And then everything spicy, Phil, he's like, hey, come on my channel. Like, was this might have been 2 nights ago, actually. And it was
I
me and
think
Loopy
so.
Lisa and
Yeah.
Crazy Ed and everything spicy. And we all went live together. We haven't done that in a long time. We used to do that a lot. And I guess
Yeah.
just because with everything going on YouTube, I just was like, I'm not going to do that. No.
No.
Yeah. So I was just like, I'm not going to go the same. And I said to Lisa, I said, oh, let's go. And we did. We had such a good time. It was such a good time. Like it was like old times. It was fun. So sorry about that, everybody. Sorry that I had screwed up with the name. Now the name's right, correct?
Celebrity Gossip Hour with Miss Meta Australia. Oh, thank you.
There we
You
go.
could have put Metalocks or whatever.
But we'll get more into Murderlocks once we can. Tis Lisa. Oh my God. I Tis Lisa was probably one of the first people that I found on YouTube, and she's been gone for a really long time. Hi, sweetie, so good. Hi, Michelle K. Good to see you. I wasn't ignoring you. I just haven't seen. Tis Lisa put out a first video. It's been like almost, I would say, since April since she's been on. It's been a
Yeah,
long time.
I didn't get into it really until August, and then I think it was Molly Golightly that I was watching. Hi,
So,
girls.
as you guys can see, we are going to be talking about R. Kelly today. I didn't actually put down R. Kelly, I just said it was Celebrity Gossip Hour. But
Hmm.
yes, we are going to be talking R. Kelly and his girlfriend who are fighting, and his other girlfriend who has now seen the lights. Thank God.
Yes. Yes,
Thank
and
God.
his other girlfriend who got out. I don't think Vader's in with him anymore, is she?
She was arrested actually after everything, but we'll get to that, and I'll give you more information because
No, was that Jocelyn?
jo-
Got Joy.
Joss, Jocelyn Savage, yes.
Yeah, got eventually. But then there's his other girl, Vader.
I know.
Uh,
Yeah. Well,
who's out about him?
Vada's going way back, and that's where it
Yeah.
gets kind of twisty, crazy. And we could get into that, but let's talk about what's happened in the past. I would say 48 hours first, and
Hmm.
then we can kind of maybe backtrack on why now, like R. Kelly is now more like a Jeffrey Epstein than we honestly realized.
Oh boy, yeah. I'm just gonna grab a drink, so I'll turn my camera
Okay.
off. Hang on.
Okay.
You
So
taught you fill everybody in.
I will. I will. I'm sure if people haven't seen it for themselves, I know that
Oh
we
boy,
do.
I haven't.
We were on the phone together yesterday, and I was watching Wendy Williams. Whew, I don't show my feet. We were watching Wendy Williams, and on Wendy Williams yesterday, she went into R. Kelly's girlfriends, and I'm like, oh, and so she starts talking about all of R. Kelly's, and that they got into this huge fist fight. And the fist fight was actually live on Instagram from
And
Azriel Azriel
yeah.
Clay's Instagram. She was going live trying to take stuff. She was trying to take a Grammy. I can't say that I blame her. I can't say that I blame that she wants to take all the expensive stuff. I would want to take it too, considering that she everything that she's been through. So she came back. She wanted to take his Grammys, and she had brought her parents with her. And
Mm.
that's when what we see in this video is when Joycelyn Savage actually goes after Azriel, and she calls her disrespectful and all things like that. And then
Yep.
fists start flying. Fists
Mm.
start flying. You hear screaming, and then you start hearing things we're not supposed to know.
Yes.
Yes. And
Very, very interesting.
you have the video clip. Do you want to upload that now, or you want to wait a little bit?
I've got it. I'm not going to show it in full. It's 9 minutes in full. I'm just going to show the beginning and then when she starts going out, just so there's no copyright strike.
I agree. That's perfect.
But I will bring you that now. Where's my chat? And we'll share the audio.
Okay.
All right. So let me know if you've got that, and we'll be ready to go.
Do you want me to mute mine?
Yeah, it might help. I'll mute mine as well. Hang on. We don't have.
Oh, ooh, sorry. Boop.
That's all right. I don't have sound for the video. Hang on.
Okay.
It's just buffering.
All right. So this is the fight that happened between Azriel Clay and Jocelyn Savage. Joycelyn Savage, not sure which one. 2 days ago, at Trump Tower in Chicago. So let's get this a rolling as soon as it's done buffering.
Yep. And for it to come back up.
Still buffering. Technical difficulties.
That's the trouble with StreamYard is the trouble with StreamYard is the more you add to it, the condos. But
oh, that is true. Absolutely.
You disrespectful.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm not evil, baby. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. That shit. Joy, you were sleeping on me. It's a fine.
Bridget, the sound is breaking up completely. Bridget.
So I'll just pause it there. So the phone stays on the floor
for
several minutes.
We couldn't hear it. There was a little bit. Yeah. Good night, says Lisa. Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. It's really good to see you back. I'm so happy you're back.
Thank you. Hi, Laura. Okay, let me take my headphones out.
Hi, Laura.
And I'll try again.
So this is basically the fight between Azriel Clay and Jocelyn Savage that happened 2 nights ago in Trump Tower in Chicago. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff that was dropped by Azriel to Joycelyn. So if we can't, I can probably play you the audio myself. She can't get this.
Evil. I'm not evil, baby. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. Joy, you were sleeping on me. It's a fine.
Okay, stop.
It's breaking up so badly. Why don't I just play the audio through this, Bridget?
Yeah.
Let me play the audio because it's just buffering, and we heard like the beginning part, and then it just like it petered out. So I'm just going to play it here, and then you can hear it. So you can hear it from my phone. My phone's quite loud.
Sorry about that, guys.
It happens on StreamYards. It's a part of StreamYards. It's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Can you mute your mic for a second while I play this? Okie dokie. All right. So here is, because then you can hear what's being said. That's the most.
I'm not evil, baby. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself.
Oops, 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 oops.
Joy, you were sleeping on me. It's a fine.
going to fast forward this a little bit.
Charges.
There it
Two
is.
charges. Yep.
No, you're
She's
not
going to
there.
jail.
This is Azriel.
That's a. I got it on live, bitch. I know how to fight. It's nothing. Fighting at the fucking Trump. Go ahead. That's assault. That's assault, baby. You going to jail. You got 2 charges against you. She got 2 charges against her. 2. She got 2. She got 2. She got 2 charges. Sleeping with a minor and assault. Nah.
Yeah.
Stop, ass.
Yeah, or you're going to jail too.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna get out. So, here, give her these last little Grammys. Give her these last little bit of Grammys. Somebody please help her. Please help her get these last 2 Grammys. These is last 2. Give them to her. Give them to her. Give them to her.
All right, do you want the police call? Do you want to press charges? What do you want?
I do want to press charges. Please call the police. I do. Because every time she came to me, all of these people are my witness. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You mess with the wrong one. Because look, I'm 22, but I'm smart. You playing checkers, I'm playing chess. That's everything. You can go. You can go.
So this is
Look,
Azriel.
y'all. Your girl is good. Look, oh, I'm good, baby. I'm good. Sitting over here chilling. Look, I ain't the one that's going to jail now. Y'all got it live, baby. Look, the skeletons is coming out. Period. Period. Period.
I'm waiting for a particular part.
Yup. Yup. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
She says this a lot.
I don't give a fuck. Excuse my French. Look, y'all, I'm gonna be an advocate for women. I do apologize, but this girl really came at me with all this hand motion and did not land one single punch at all whatsoever. And truthfully, I don't give a fuck. Do I feel good? I kinda do. I ain't even gonna cap, cause you know what? You know what? Rob has been lying to all of y'all. And that's the sad part about it. That is the sad fucking part about it. He been lying to all y'all asses.
We didn't know.
And he had people like me lying for him. That's why we never watched the documentary. That is exactly why. So we got on Gayle King, as stupid as can fucking be. Oh, this nigga. Get his bitch these last few Grammys.
That's really the gist of it. She's obviously, what I heard about Azriel is that she kind of saw the light of what was going on. I think she went to stay with her brother, and she was around her brother during the holidays. So she wasn't living in R. Kelly's apartment during that time. She wasn't with Joycelyn Savage either. And they actually have a handler, which we're going to talk about even more, right, Bridget?
Yeah. She sounded very upset. I felt bad for her.
She has every right to be upset. She was brainwashed, and now she realizes it.
Yeah, and Joy was arrested last night, so Azriel did press charges.
Yeah, she did. She was let out today.
Right.
But till this day, on her Twitter, she is still, saying, please pray for Jocelyn. Please pray. Hold on. Hi, Montana Sky. Hi, Christian Travels. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Mr. Shadownight. Great to see you.
Hey, kids.
Yeah, and she was let out today, and she's still saying, please pray for Joy, which is that's what she calls Jocelyn is Joy. She's like, please pray for Joy, because she knows that she's still brainwashed. And she has, because neither one of them got to see the documentary, as she said.
Hmm.
And apparently, Joycelyn is older than Azriel, and apparently started a sexual relationship with Azriel as a minor. And if
Yep.
in the fight, if I don't know if that's what you could hear, but she kept
Hmm.
saying to Joycelyn,
You've got two charges.
yeah, well, and she kept saying, "You had sex with me as a minor.
Mm.
You laid down with me as a minor." She kept saying that over and over again, which was the whole. I mean, a lot of stuff and a lot of information. I mean, you can find it anywhere. You just have to look up Azriel Clay. You'll find the video on YouTube, Google. It's
What I want to
everywhere.
what I want to say is just a couple of things. Is that R. Kelly wouldn't connect with these underage girls until they had incriminated themselves. That was his blackmail, and that was his surety that they weren't going to go and turn him in. So one of his old girls, Veda, had allegedly molested the 6-year-old niece that he was interested in. If you watch the documentary, yep,
Can I tell you something though?
yeah,
Information that I think I believe I got it from Tasha K is Veda is just as guilty as everybody else.
yeah,
Veda is just as guilty, even though on the documentary she's in the car, she's crying. She is a victim, 1000%. She's a victim, but she was also brainwashed to do. And I mean, he would get these people as young kids. Azriel Clay, I believe she was 17 when her boyfriend broke up with her. She was so depressed and down. She tried to commit suicide. She had a 5150 on her because they lived in the
she
state
was
of Florida.
committed. She
She
was
was
committed,
committed
hadn't she?
because she committed suicide. She tried to commit suicide over a
Hmm.
boyfriend. So the day she got out of, um, yeah, this all came from Tasha K. Let me just say that. The day
Hmm.
she got out, uh, her parents. It's not like these people went to see, or went to sell her to R. Kelly per se. Now this is Joycelyn is the one who is in the black shirt, and Azriel is the one in the pink shirt. So Azriel and
Hmm.
Joycelyn, yes.
So R. Kelly would have a main girl, and so both of these have been main girls at one time or another. Veda was a main girl as well.
Right. And when Azriel came in, when she was taken over to the R. Kelly show, her parents were trying to lift up her spirits. They paid this
Yeah.
extra money so she could get on stage and sing with them because she has actually a beautiful voice.
Hmm. Yeah.
She sings. Oh, she's Azriel's a great singer. Jocelyn, not so much, but
Mm.
Azriel's phenomenal. But obviously, these girls were brought under his wing, led to believe that R. Kelly would be taking care of them. They would have somebody watching them who was a female adult, and this is the way that R. Kelly could work with them. This, that, and the other thing. They were all led to believe. That's why these parents signed over. They were talked into it. Once again, probably for the wrong reasons. They probably wanted the money. They probably wanted the fame. They wanted, they were hanging out with R. Kelly. He was a big star.
Yep.
And so they're like, okay, this person's going to take my child places, and thinking, okay, maybe this is the best thing for her. When unfortunately she was basically signed into a cult. There was never any kind of singing project. They had said that she was doing all this singing and doing this and doing that. There was never any singing happening. He was just having sex with her. That's all. Having sex.
That's
And the
all.
parents had no idea. And all these people, he had all these people. There are so many more girls. And if you've seen the documentary, which is Surviving R. Kelly, it's on Netflix now. Um,
If you have
if you
not seen it, highly recommend.
highly, it's kind of eye opening. But all these girls at some point or another have been brainwashed by him. This
Hmm.
is another sex cult, y'all. This is
Yeah.
another sex cult run by R. Kelly, which is crazy that he has gotten away with this for this many years. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein, yeah, I mean, these guys are bad. He's just as bad. He's just as bad. He just had less money. That
And
was the
there
whole
is
difference.
consistently between those two men, use the word loosely there, but they obviously have a lot of people who are complicit in this. There's no way they could do it on their own. So there are a lot of people involved. I think, according to, was it Tasha Kay saying 19, give or take?
What's that?
There are about 19 other people involved in this.
If not more.
Yeah, if not more. I mean, there's probably more. Just like there's more victims. We don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, he took these children under his wing and brought them up. Now that's a picture of Veda, isn't it?
That's Vader. So if you have watched the documentary, R. Kelly was interested sexually in the 6-year-old niece. That's the same niece that allegedly Vader here had molested. Going back to what I said about R. Kelly will get incriminating information on you first. You have to incriminate yourself before you're kind of in that circle of his. Hey, Mario.
Hi, Mary. It's just shocking to me that he has gotten away with this many. Like, at first we just thought he was like to sleep with young girls. No way did we ever think that this could be like a cult.
I think the youngest was reported was 13.
All of it's trafficking. Oh.
Yeah, I think reported is 13, but he's also having thoughts as young as 6, obviously. So it's just another level of depravity. Did you want me to talk about? I didn't have time to get the photos, but did you want me to talk about some of the people who are complicit in this?
Yeah. I mean, I watched I did all my watching of some of the Tasha K stuff yesterday. And it's a little bit more fresher in your memory. It's a little bit fresher in your memory than it is mine. So why don't you start it off? But I know the story, so.
Yeah, so not sure about the pronunciations, but it doesn't really matter. So the biggest one was Diana Copeland, his main assistant. So she was, procuring girls, this and that. And I think she was the highest one up, closest to him. Now, I don't know much about Cheryl Mack, but that she would book flights and hotels and things like that. And there is a relative of hers that is allegedly involved too, but I don't have that name. So Vita's name is Vanita Adams. That's one of his old girls who was one of his main girls, one who molested the 6-year-old allegedly. The stylist, Cash Howard, also implicated in this. Michelle Kramer has the daughter, Dominique, who works at Macy's, and so she would use her employee discount. And
I agree, Mr. Shadonite.
I'm just reading his comment. He's so funny, dude.
I told you he's so funny. Did I tell you?
So super funny. You need to come. I love interviewing people. Come on my show. I want to interview you.
You should do that, Mr. Shadonite.
That'd be awesome. I want to interview Smokey P just off topic too. I think that'd be funny.
I love Smokey P.
Yeah. So Dominique worked at Macy's. So that's where the girls would get sent to pick out their clothes, and she would use her Macy's discount card. It shows you how cheap R. Kelly is. That one, he sends them to Macy's, and two, he wants a discount. It's like, at that point, he could have afforded anything. So they are in this long line of people who have helped pull this off. Who else? Juice and Valerie Payton. Sorry, I didn't write down how they were involved. Alizette and Suzette Mayweather. They follow the girls. to
Oh
make
yes,
sure-
Floyd Mayweather's daughters, or no, sisters.
Right.
Is it his sisters?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. They're also involved in this. Yes.
Yeah. So what I've got down with the notes, so just they were really brief and really quick in the middle of the night. Sorry, guys, but they apparently have been tasked to follow the girls, make sure they don't have any contact with family, make sure they don't make any phone calls. Not that they're left alone to their own devices.
They had
lot.
to ask him to do anything. If they wanted to go to the bathroom, if they wanted to eat, if they wanted what they wanted to eat, he had to agree to everything they did.
Ugh,
And that's why, like, some people say that they're starving. Like, some of them were starved because all they knew was, oh my God, I can't get a hold of Robert, and I can't get a hold of him. So they just wouldn't eat because Robert didn't say it was okay for them to eat. So
And
they
did
wouldn't
you-
eat.
Did you hear that since he's been in jail, the girls still have to have their coffees at the same time he has his in the jail?
Yes, I did hear that. Yeah, he was in prison, and when the girls were still kind of under his spell, everything that he would do on a clockwork, like he would have coffee at a certain time of the day, the girls
Yep.
had to have coffee at the certain time of the day. He would have dinner at a certain time of the day. The girls would have to eat dinner. When he would go to bed, they would go to bed. When he would wake up, they would wake up. Their whole life
Totally based
was
on his jail day.
and not, but that was also when happened when he wasn't in jail. That also happened like even when they were kept in different hotel rooms or
Yeah.
in different states, they still had to keep the same schedule R. Kelly kept. So just think back to the Gayle King interview,
Oh boy.
which all of us knew back in that interview, R. Kelly was 1000% guilty. And I mean, Gayle King, oh my God, queen. She is
Brilliant.
queen of interviewing. I'm sorry. I think after that interview, she surpassed Oprah. I mean, she did not budge.
No.
She didn't budge. And he stood up. I thought at the first time I watched it, I'm like, what's he going to do? And he was just hurt. And she somehow sensed that.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you sense that. But I mean, you got to figure out. But then again, we didn't know. We just thought he was sleeping with underage girls. We didn't know that he was running a sex cult.
Yeah. We're talking blood here and feces and urine and
You can tell that
Oh.
story. I don't want to tell that story.
So,
all right. Can I?
yeah.
I'll explain the girl. You explain the story of that. Okay.
I don't really know the story, but
Well, here is a girl that, again, he took in. She was 13, I believe, 13 or 14, and her parents just kind of gave her away. And her parents were not the best parents. They wanted her to have.
Yeah.
The parents wanted her, and this was, if you watch the documentary, it's the girl who he made cut her hair like a boy, look like a boy, and dress like a boy.
because it reminded him of his own son, was it? His own daughter?
No, his own daughter.
Who had
who
a
was-
sex change?
Who was, well, yeah, she was transitioning or something like that. Whether she was having a sex change or she was
Right.
gay, I don't know. But
Yep.
he wanted her to look like his daughter.
Yep.
And
As a boy.
in order for these girls to prove to, because they had to prove to Robert Kelly that they were worthy enough to be around him, that they had to do things that were absolutely hideous, that would incriminate him as much as it would incriminate them.
Yep.
And that's how they had to build their trust. And for the one girl, I'm not even going to say what happened with the one girl who was initiated into his cult.
What I just said, yeah. Hi, Mr.
But no, I'm not even talking about one. There was another.
Hi, hey,
about-
Mr. J. Good. Thank
Hanging
you.
with Mr. J. How are you doing? Yeah, like he literally She took, and this came from Tasha K. She took a little girl and fondled her on camera in front of him to prove that she was good enough
Yeah.
to go with him. Disgusting. Disgusting. Disgusting.
You know, so
Absolutely foul.
she's now criminally, you know,
So now she's she's a criminal. Now
dropped
she can
herself in
enter.
it.
And then with the girl, was her name Dominique? I think it is.
I do have Dominique down here, but it is the one that I haven't got the notes for. So Michelle, oh no, sorry, Dominique was the Macy's employee, and her mother, Michelle Kramer, is saying she's involved. She had to know as well.
Yes, it's Dominique. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So Dominique, she was the one. She had to eat his species to get herself.
And drink urine, and that was how his sex cult went. You know.
Disgusting. They had to drink his urine and eat his feces. How disgusting.
Yeah. I can't imagine the diseases you might get from that. What do we know about? Sorry, do you want to keep going with that?
Nope. I'm just disgusted sitting here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we'll move on then, because what do we know about Asante McGreen? So she was a fan and a stalker. She pretty much stalked R. Kelly for a few years, and she ended up becoming one of his handlers, so of the girls, you know, making sure they weren't doing things they weren't supposed to and things like that. I wanted to say before I forgot, we were talking about the jail. So allegedly, R. Kelly's got $6,000 on his commissary books at the moment that was put on there by, I believe, Azriel before she kind of saw the light.
Yep.
And maybe Joy as well. I'm not sure. But $6,000 on his commissary account, allegedly.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot for a commissary account. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a huge amount. Someone needs to go back and take that money back.
Yeah. I think they only get to spend it once a month too, so he must stock up on. It's more than enough to stock up on things to buy your protection if you were in Gen Pop. Do we know where he is housed at the moment? Is he in isolation or is he in general?
He's in Chicago jail.
Yeah, but is he in general population or?
I don't know if he's in general population, but I don't think he's in isolation either. So I don't know what that would
It might be
equal.
like Chris Watts, who got put into a pod of like 23 other guys or something, with maybe
Could be.
similar. Might put them in with similar like charges, you know, pedophilia and that, in less likely to get killed. So
Everybody must be his friend then.
Okay,
But hanging with Mr. J said he knew about the R. Kelly thing, but he didn't know about the R. Kelly daughter thing.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, there is a YouTuber. Her name is Tasha K. She's huge. I'm sure most of you have heard of her.
Go sub if you haven't.
She really knows what's going on. Like she talks
For
to the
the-
families and stuff. She really knows what's going on.
She's working with the Department of Homeland Security on this. They had to turn over everything that she had.
All of her information that she got on R. Kelly, she had to hand over to the FBI.
To be honest, first 10 minutes I started watching her, I did not like her, and then I just loved her.
Yep.
Pretty much.
She's just straight and forward, and she just tells you like it is on her mind. And I like her.
Did you know that R. Kelly allegedly wasn't just after girls, he was after boys as well. So Jermaine Mackey
Yep.
was apparently a boyfriend of him. Don't know much about that guy, but we could find out more. He also went by the name Bubba, and he was a recruiter. They made him a recruiter of the girls, you know, to bring them in to Kelly for, you know, to look over. Jojo Chapman was the paperwork guy. He would organize also surgeries, abortions for the girls. He would fix up all the paperwork to make it look like they were of legal age, things like that, because all of their
Hang
ID
it.
had them
Wait a
as-
second. Hang in
Yep.
with Mr. J. Whose name? Which one? God, there's so many we've been talking about.
There's too many.
I'm like, who? there's so there's so many people that's involved in this story that I can't wrap my head around it yet. Like I haven't completely fully wrapped my head around it.
No, it's more that
How deep this really goes. Like how many people are really involved in this.
much
including-
more than the doco suggests.
Ooh.
Definitely, like
Ooh.
a million times more.
Pretty crazy.
But I want to
Pretty
know
crazy.
I want to know more about a couple of these people. Like, R. Kelly's boyfriend, Jermaine Mackey, and Jojo Chapman, the paperwork guy. All of that legal stuff. Now, I didn't catch the name, but someone prior to this, when R. Kelly was getting bonded out, someone paid $100K to bond him out, but I didn't get whose name that was. It wouldn't have been the girls. They wouldn't have had that type of money, I don't think.
I missed the question. I'm sorry. I was reading something. I apologize. What was the question?
No, I did. Well, I didn't. It wasn't so much a question, but I didn't catch the name. But someone had paid $100,000 to bond R. Kelly out previously, but I don't know who it was. And I was just thinking out loud that maybe it wouldn't be one of the girls, because I don't anticipate they would have that kind of money.
Right. I don't think they would either. No. I mean, but
So
it seems like whoever these girls are going to, they have their family, and the other girls are also supporting them as well on the outside. But yeah, like he actually, and what he would do to the older people, like that would stay with him.
mhm.
So he didn't find them worthy enough to have sex with anymore. So he would only allow them to give him oral.
So when we're talking about older, seriously, guys, we're talking about like 22, 23 here.
Yeah. If you were above like 20 some odd years old,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you became too
Too
old in his
old.
mind to have
Yeah.
sex with.
Yeah.
And yes, and you were only allowed to do oral.
Even 18 is pushing the boundary for him.
Like this is Jeffrey Epstein shit. This is Jeffrey Epstein crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have like bunkers of people or but this is just as bad, if not worse. I don't know if it's worse. I don't know what it is, but
No
I think
clue.
it's equally as bad. I mean, I don't know how it gets worse than Jeffrey Epstein.
I mean, I hope some of these people who are complicit in this get taken down too. I hope charges are brought against them, because not just him, and I'm confident there will be. There was also Crystal Payton. She organised all the rental properties, and things like that. If they would get a house out of town or anything like that, I think she might have organised one for Trump Tower. Now remember, R. Kelly's got nothing in his name. That Trump Tower where Joe and her were staying.
Trump Tower's under Azriel's name.
Was under Azriel's name. Nothing's under his name to come back to him as a paper trail.
That's
so-
why I'm like, I didn't blame her for taking his awards. Take the awards, of course.
Yeah.
Take the award. Take everything.
Yeah,
He ain't coming home. He
ain't
ain't
got no
coming
use
home
for
ever
travel.
again.
no. So,
But
no,
there-
okay.
But a lot of people might go down for this.
I think so. It's going
lot
to be
of
probably
people.
one of the
This
biggest
is gonna
indictments
be-
we've ever seen.
This is going to get way bigger, guys, like than what it already is. That's even
mean-
what's more crazy is that this is going to get crazier, and there's going to be more people involved. And like, I listened to Tasha K. I wasn't able to absorb everything she said,
Mhm.
but I just the way, and even in some videos she's like, I can't even talk about that because that's another story and that's way too difficult and you're all going to get lost. And I'm like, I'm kind of lost slightly, because there's so many people involved.
She
There's
does kind
so
of
many
make
people
it a
involved.
little bit easier to understand, though. It's like I think she does a good job of letting you know, like, if you don't know anything about it, filling you in so you don't get too confused. But it is still is confusing because of the number of people. Now, I think short of anything less than Trump being impeached, I can't think of anything else that is going to be huge.
Don't say that, please. Because
Okay.
over here we have a lot to worry about. So,
Yeah, well, I just
yeah.
can't think of anything.
And you guys have a whole lot to worry about, even more so than us.
Yeah, so the Prime Minister just quickly wasn't even aware that 2 people had died in Kangaroo Island. He's like, at least no one's died. And
What is wrong with your prime
reporters-
minister?
And the reporter said, 2 actually. And then he replies, goes, oh, yeah, but I was thinking of the fireys first. So not only did he not know that 2 people had died, civilians, he also insinuated that the firefighters were more important.
How I don't understand how this guy is just getting away with. I'm sorry we went off topic here, but this is slightly important. I just don't understand how he's getting away with just not. I mean, I know that we sent more people from America to go help. It's now become a bigger deal here. A
Yeah.
lot of people are now
don't know
more
why-
talking about these wildfires than they
Why-
ever have before.
The
So
country's
thankfully,
been burning since September.
September.
So, yeah, I don't know why mainstream media in the US is just kind of making it bigger than, now. What was I going to say?
The prime minister.
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, what was I going to say about him? Oh, that's right. I was going to say, see, we're still 2 years away from a federal election. So I don't think it's a short enough time that people won't forget about what he's done. I think in 2 years it might be benefit him rather than, as far as re-election goes, because it still is 2 years away. If there was an
Unreal.
election this year, he would have something to worry about. But yeah, that's the crappy thing. All right, back into
But
it.
that there aren't people underneath like there are here coming
Well, yeah.
after him. I don't get that.
There's vices and things like that, and he gets advice from different people. But ultimately, like Trump, it's up to him at the end of the day, really.
No, unfortunately, it really isn't. Like he has to get things passed by certain people, so it isn't just
he?
him.
Oh, okay, I'll take that back.
Yeah,
then.
I mean, he has executive power, so yes, he does. They're trying to limit that. I don't know if they have yet, but they're trying to. Our government's just so screwed up right now. It's so screwed up.
So's
Both-
ours.
It's just, this whole world, like, what the hell? Jesus Christ, 2020. Can't we all just get along? All right,
Hanging
let's
with
go
you.
back. Let's.
Yeah.
Do you want to go
Go
back to
back.
R. Kelly? We could still talk about the wildfires if you want to.
No, there's nothing more to say today about that except Scott Morrison's an idiot. But Mr. J said when he first heard of all of this, he threw out all his R. Kelly music.
I can't even listen to I Can Believe I Can Fly.
No.
Not even as like a joke, like, ugh.
Oh my God. And then Montana Sky said, I'll bet there are more performers in this. Is there any suggestion of other celebs being involved?
None. I don't think he
I
would.
don't know.
He wants them young, impressionable, and able to easy to manipulate.
I think
That's
she
what
might
it
mean
sounds
as
like.
far, I think she might mean as far as in his crew, like Prince Andrew. Not in his crew, not in his day-to-day crew, but
Like
associate.
his associate. I never heard of celebrities
No,
hanging
I
around with R.
hadn't.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Never.
There's only that
He's
one
got a-
photo.
He's got a
of
cult
Prince
to run.
Andrew.
He's got a
That's
cult
right.
to run.
Busy.
That takes a lot of work.
Yes. Oh, okay. You know who else is complicit? I didn't get all the names, but the hotels where these girls are being held. And
When he would be on tour,
Mhm.
it was they would say that they would rent, like they wouldn't even use his name, and they would just rent out all the rooms, and they had a deal with like the hotels where the hotels didn't even ask them why all these little girls were coming in.
They didn't ask for ID like they're supposed to.
Nothing.
So that probably the biggest one in that is the Hyatt Regency. I'm not sure where, maybe in Chicago. I don't know.
If it was traveling though, then it would be. I think that was in Atlanta. It might have been. I don't know. I don't know. That don't quote me on that because there's so much that's involved in this. It's like I said, it's really hard to wrap your mind around how much there is to this. It's like it's
Never
that
ending.
nuts. It's that crazy. And unfortunately, Azriel just found this out. Like, she's just figuring this out.
Yes. I cannot control that sneezing in the background. Sorry. Oh my God. Needs to go and get his adenoids done again or whatever. Serious. So
That
yeah.
is some serious sneezing.
It worries me when he goes one of these sneezing fits while he's driving. Like I'm talking
Ooh,
about
yeah.
8 in a row. You know, I can't
I
control it.
cannot stand. Yeah, there's sometimes I can go on sneezing. I went on a sneezing tangent last night. I did like 15 in a row. I'm like, I can't stand this. And then I hate when I'm at the wheel and I have to sneeze. I'm like, I do everything to prevent it
Yeah.
because I know my car's going to swerve.
So I was just thinking, these hotels had a lot of rooms booked out because
Floors.
the aim was floors, yeah. Because
Floors.
the aim was to
A full
keep
floor.
these girls away from each other so that they wouldn't talk.
No girl were able to bump with each other.
No, so they needed a lot of rooms, and these hotels were supposed to be asking for ID. A lot of them were 17 and things like that, and they didn't do that. They just looked the other way. So definitely. Dan Russell also included in this. He was the press conference manager kind of thing. Also, not allegedly, because it's a matter of public record, he is also a pedophile. So pedophiles like to have pedophiles as friends, I guess. Yeah.
It like I said, there is just. I'm listening and my head is starting to spin, like literally.
I've got more.
Literally, my head is spinning.
Seriously.
Like,
We were
whoa.
talking about like, okay, when we start doing this series of Celebrity Gossip Hour, are we going to talk about a couple of topics or whatever? But this one,
This was going to take this could take months.
it needs its own series. You know, we don't need to add
it needs more than a series. It needs like longevity because it's that complicated. It really is that complicated.
Hey, Southern Mom. Thanks
Hi,
for coming.
Southern Bob. Good
So
to
this
see you.
will
Thanks for coming in. Hey, Montana Sky. If I didn't say hi. Let's make sure I'm saying hi to everybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like. I'm kind of feeding off everything she's saying because everything that you're saying, then you're triggering a click in my head. Like, oh yeah, because I'm like going. I can't pick out, and then
Because I
some
pretty
things
much
start coming back.
just
Some
watched
things.
it. I just watched it 9 hours ago. So
I watched it all day yesterday, and we almost thought our heat broke last night, and it was freezing last night.
Oh no.
And I was on the phone with Loopy Lisa. I'm like, I gotta go. I think my heat broke. She's like, oh no. And I'm like, I go running, and I go to turn on my thermostat, and it's fine. It's completely fine. I'm like, it's fine.
It's fine. I was waiting for Montana Sky to complete her sentence. Is there any? Is there any what?
Is there any? What are you reading?
Chat.
Oh, is there? Yeah. Oh, I think he probably might have sent that a little bit too early. But you know what? I did grab some tweets that Azriel Clary has put out.
That would be lovely. Do you want me to run through these complicit ones first, though, or come back to the rest?
Let's go through that first.
All right.
I got to figure out which ones I got to start with anyway.
Okay. So yeah, you don't really have to listen to me. I'll just read these off and let you know who else is involved in this allegedly? So James Mason, he was another manager, and apparently he threatened one of the girls' parents as well. I don't know who that is, but again, we can look into that for another episode. So is it Don or Dan? I can't even read my own handwriting. Don Russell, who was the press conference / manager, and who was also a convicted pedophile. His mother, June Russell, was booking shows for R. Kelly. So they say she's involved as well. Sandra Mosley is allegedly involved. She was a transporter and a handler for the girls, so she would run them to all of the different places they had to be, pick them up from the airport, that kind of thing. And then Tasha K.
Montana Sky, we have no idea. This is just information that we just actually found out from another YouTuber who put it out yesterday, 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Because, like I said, she knows a lot about what's going on this stuff, and everybody else is now finding out what's going on. And now TMZ's got it. Access. I mean, it's so crazy, this story. And like I said, all of this information that Tasha K has is going to come out. And when all of this information comes out to like the more than her, people that watch, it's wow. That's all I gotta say.
I always say, when you're looking at what someone says, consider the source. And with the fact that she is working with the Department of Homeland Security, I think she is a very reliable source as to what is really going on.
I have been watching her for a long time, and everything she says is 1,000% true. There was she speculated on stuff, but people call her. People call her because she knows what's going on in like that celebrity world. So. She really, really does. I mean, she knew everything about Wendy Williams before it even hit the air. And she was right about everything.
Yeah, she got cheated on by her husband.
Oh, Wendy Williams. Oh, but Tasha K was telling people that long ago.
Wow.
Long ago. He's had that girlfriend a long time, a very long time. And I love Wendy. Wendy, I love her.
I know you do. I know you do. Our bodies wouldn't work well enough for us to go see a show, but maybe next time.
They're free tickets, and
I enjoyed
much fun.
Enjoyed my 2 weeks in Jersey. I loved it.
Thanks.
I was only supposed to be there for a week, right? And so I stayed another week.
You actually stayed 2 extra weeks.
No, I was only there for 2 weeks.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah. You were in the hospital.
Yeah. Oh my God. I apologize. I'm sorry.
I swear someone put a voodoo hex on me in Louisiana because I got hit by a bus. My medication got stolen. Peggy tripped over a dog toy and ended up in hospital just as I booked the extra week. Oh my gosh.
Everything. I felt awful. I didn't know I was going to be in the hospital. I didn't know I was going to be in the hospital for a freaking week. That was the hospital's fault. That was the damn freaking hospital's fault.
Yes. And just getting back to this, there's only just
let's get back to the R. Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
It's so easy to get sidetracked.
Yeah. So apart from R. Kelly himself, what they're saying is one of the biggest included in this is Andrea. Do you say Andrea or Andrea Kelly? His ex-wife.
She's Andrea Kelly.
Yeah. So
I think she's Andrea.
She knows a lot more than what the documentary said. There's an allegation that she
was number one when they married. Yeah. But she knew what was going on.
Yeah.
When she married him.
Allegedly, she hit one of the girls with a bat, some kind of bat. So we'll have to look that up and see if we can pick up that story at all. find out what happened.
Yeah.
It might not be out there. It might be just that, it was kept quiet.
That's not something, no, because she has been on like Celebrity Housewives, I think VH1 tried to do something. She was on that for a while, and then I had, when I saw her on this, I had no idea. Like everyone thought that she was the wife of this amazing singer. Everybody knew that he had sex with a girl and did disgusting stuff, but that was like in the 90s.
It's like she was made out to be a victim on that doco. I kind of, that's the way I perceived it.
But I think she's both.
I think she's both too.
She's both a victim and guilty.
Yep.
Because, you keep going along with it.
That's right.
And let's face it, that was some nasty stuff. Nasty stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of nasty stuff didn't come out with Epstein. Ugh.
No,
That's nasty,
I'm giving
nasty,
you.
nasty.
I want to give you Epstein. You got my message before. We're going to alternate this show on each other's channels, guys. So next time it'll be on my channel. I'm going to take the royals, if that's all right with you.
What you can do?
I'll trade you Epstein for the royals.
Sure.
It's like a card game.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yup. The Epstein one is bad, particularly the autopsy photos. I only saw those last nine hours ago.
I saw those, and you can't unsee them.
No, you can't unsee them.
And you can't unsee them. And
No.
do not tell me he killed himself.
No.
Police.
There'll be
That was,
arrests there too.
Why was everything shredded? That's what I want to know in Epstein's cell. Why was everything shredded? That I didn't understand.
That's
And that
very
was not,
suspect.
and to his neck, that was not a cloth. There's no way that was a cloth.
No.
Just saying.
Uh,
I know
do you
we're going off on the wrong pedophile
and
and the wrong sex cult. Yep.
you want to bring those tweets up to round up the hour?
Oh, yeah. So obviously, Azriel knew something was going to be a brewing back on January the 3rd. I pulled up some of her tweets. Where's the one? And
I'm just going to mute.
Okay, so on January 3rd at 11 o'clock, she wrote, God give me and my family strength. So she knew that something crazy was going to be going on. And where's this one? That's the 8th, that's the 9th. Okay, so the 8th, today's a good day to go to jail. I know where the skeletons are buried. You want to play chess? Let's play. For the entire world to see. And that's when she put everything on Instagram. And after that, she put, I woke up today happy but torn. I didn't come to Chicago for Robert, only Joy, whom he purposely separated us because he knew I'd make her go home. Please pray for Joy. This is just tough love so she can come to her own realization at her own timing. She still loves Joy, even though she had her arrested.
Yeah.
But she's understanding because of how brainwashed she was, how brainwashed she is.
She's only, 23? Azriel?
I'm not sure. You would have to look that up. I don't have her age, but it says.
But that's an incredibly mature way to look at things for her age.
Yeah, it says here, Joycelyn Savage has been charged with 1 misdemeanor count of domestic battery following her altercation with Azriel Clay yesterday. The two got into an argument that turned physical, and some of the incident was caught live on Instagram. And it's on the rest of the world now.
Yes.
Everybody knows about it now. I mean, we're just going over what the rest of the world probably already knows.
I would say so. Although I didn't know it, but, I've got a lot of other stuff that my attention kind of leans toward in my feed, depending on what I'm, looking at the moment or working on. So.
And this is what, when I played in the beginning, and she says, Robert has been lying to you all, and
Yep.
that's why we never watched the documentary,
Yep. There we
and
go.
that's why they lied to Gail King.
Man, he's going to be stewing in jail, pissed about her. I hope she's safe.
Hold on one second. You keep talking.
Well, yeah, I definitely hope that she's safe and that he wouldn't do a phrasy and try and get a hit out on her, because imagine him hearing that, and there's no doubt someone's let him hear it. What she just blurted out there, but she was real upset. I felt so sorry for her, and you could hear it in her voice. She
Oh
was trying
yeah,
to be she was trying to be big and badass and that, but really she was just very, very hurt.
yeah, exactly, exactly. She everything that she didn't want to wake up and know that what she's been living is a lie for the past how many years.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
she has thought this whole
five,
time is
six
not
years.
what she knew.
It's at least 6 years, if not more. It's
It's
just
sad.
crazy.
It's just
Yeah.
sad. It really is.
Hmm.
But I guarantee you there's going to be more and more coming out about this. More and
Absolutely.
more and more.
Actually, I might go back and watch the documentary again.
You know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing too.
Yeah.
Because, but see, I've Tasha K also shows you the background footage on her channel about, you know, what they were talking about in the documentary when they were
Right.
talking to the producer and talking to them on how they were going to make each other look or something like that. And that was, but Veda was really crying. That wasn't fake tears. That was real tears. I think all these women have feel betrayed, but in that
Hmm.
same time, they while being brainwashed, you know what you're doing is wrong,
Yeah.
regardless if Robert Kelly is telling you to do it or not. You know that it's wrong, and unfortunately, they may have to pay. I don't know if they're going to charge everybody because there could be so many people involved.
I mean, as far as
I just keep shaking my head because I just can't imagine. I can't
as
imagine
far
it
as
going this far.
as far as molesting a 6-year-old, I don't know. I don't think that is something that they're going to allow to slide.
I don't think
Um,
so either.
immunity against testimony on him. I think it's too serious. I think some of the others will get immunity, but not Vader.
Yeah, no Veda. No Veda. Veda will not get immunity.
Nope. Well, that's
And
about it.
yeah, I guess it is. I still can't wrap my head around the whole process. But
No,
when there's more information out, we will definitely be back here to talk about it for sure.
absolutely, absolutely, we
This
will.
is something we're going to follow because we've already gotten in too deep.
Hmm.
It's crazy. I mean, this is a
Yeah,
crazy,
there's
crazy, crazy,
definitely
crazy
a
story.
few people involved in this that I read out. I think we need to look into them deeper. Like Bubba and things like that.
Oh
So
my God,
find out about
and
Ben.
see, there's so many people that I'm like, I don't even remember. I can't keep them all straight. So
Mm-mm,
I
no,
don't know how anybody keeps this all straight at
I think we're
all.
doing.
I'm like,
I
oh
think
my God.
I think, but we're not doing too bad. I mean,
Considering we just listened to it yesterday and you just listened to it today, like just once, I don't.
hmm
I think we absorbed quite a bit
yeah, I
from
think
what we
so.
heard. From what we heard, and that was put out 2 nights ago.
Yeah,
So we're
it's
just. I
very.
mean, we're behind actually.
We are behind, but
We're
I mean,
slightly
for us,
behind.
that's not too bad. Not too bad.
Thank you, Southern Mom. Thank you, Montana Skies. Thank you,
Thank you,
Barry
guys.
O. Thank you, everybody who's here. We really appreciate you coming. We hope you keep coming back out for this. We're going to keep going live. We're going to keep doing our thing. We hope you come
Yeah,
and
we
enjoy
are.
it. Yeah,
Now this
but
will premiere on my channel tomorrow.
yeah,
Don't know what time yet. Then we will switch over to my channel to do an episode. What do you want to do next? We'll do the Royals. Do you want to do the Meghan and Harry
yep,
dealio?
that's a
Let's
good
do that
one.
one. All right, we'll do that one. So,
Considering what I just heard today, hell
oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
You know,
And
Oprah's not looking so good right now.
yeah, let's just say that. I was about to say without ruining anything. Yeah, Oprah's been a bad girl.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily call it being a bad girl. She gave advice, and
I'm starting a rumor.
yeah, she gave advice, and Harry and Meghan took it. It sounds like to
Hmm.
us. At
Don't
least
ruin
that's
it.
what
Don't ruin it.
seems. I mean,
All right.
it's already on TMZ. It's already everywhere. We're behind. I just saw
Shut
this on
up.
TMZ.
Shut up.
It's
When
on
you
TMZ. If they want to go, it will be out. Come on, Royal News. Royal News is everywhere. You can find Royal News anywhere. But no, we'll talk about it later. Of course, there's going to be so much more to come out till then. Are you kidding
yeah,
me? Yeah.
I know.
Are you
All
kidding me? Prince Andrew's like, thank you so much.
Oh my god.
Hold on. What? Go ahead,
Choo choo.
child. Yeah,
All right.
I gotta go back to being a mom now.
Yep. I gotta go back to I don't know housework. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
All
everyone,
right.
thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for listening, Mr. Shadownight, hanging with Mr. J. Thank you,
for having
everybody.
me. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
you're always welcome here.
I know. I know.
Okay. Well,
All right.
be safe. Okay.
Yep.
Keep
Bye,
keep me
kids.
keep me up to date to what's going on there over in Australia.
Sure. Will do. We're all right for now.
Okay. Well, you're all right.
Well, we've got
Correct.
a big green bank behind us, but there was a risk a couple of weeks ago, but not like it was on fire, but there was no back. So hopefully it stays like that.
Prayers, 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 constant prayers.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right, everyone.
I'm
Thanks
out
for
of
coming
here.
by. We're out of here. We got to go back to doing parent stuffing. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.